Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Day Master Propaganda, here of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. Off here to 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Between the south, we got Tume fighting for the Soviet Union and the 12th Tank Corps. Versus the north, we got Findeed fighting for Germany, Deutschland, and the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking. You got here by a mechanized assault start, which actually involves assault grenadiers. Bit rare, but can sort of work versus the Soviets. That does require a lot of work with the assault grenadiers and making actual use of the sprint ability. The sprint ability, I think, tends to be one of the keys here to sort of making good use of the assault grenadiers. Otherwise, I said before, chart here, so basically sort of going for a sort of heavier-ish tier 1, but without the infantry company, in theory, allowing him to actually then rush quickly take up for tier 2 if he wants to. Meanwhile, we just got sort of standard country start there for Tume, who's probably got here armored assault, advanced warfare, and Soviet combined arms army there, a bit of a mix there with bulletins, all infantry there versus infantry, assault grenadiers, and mortars. Granatenwerfers mit die Wurfgranate, which is what they call the mortar bombs, or whatever you call them in English. I think mortar bombs, but in German, Wurfgranate. A little fun fact, the engineers sneak up there, we got contact up through the centre, there we go, MD-42 hit behind a boat. Suppress the conscripts there, and there we go, that opens up to the pioneers and the assault guns. And again, he really wants to get the best out of them. He needs to sort of sprint there. I mean, generally when it comes to assault guns, they're really only good up close. So in most cases, you generally want them to sprint to minimise the time they sort of have to take to get there, which of course means being shot at less as well. Which is something a lot of players who are sending to go for the assault grenadiers well tend to forget. You know, you actually need to sprint once in a while. 1D42 is there for Findeed. Pioneers are trying to lay up a bit, but while they're not bad, just the problem is they're under fire while doing so, which does mean they do take more damage while doing it. But there you go, falling back. So we got Findeed sort of trying to secure the west side. East side is slowly being pushed up by the Russians. Tume here staggering around the fuel point, by the way, going to make it really difficult there for Findeed to secure it. We got more pioneers on the way there for Findeed. No sign of tech up. And Tume is also going for doctrine. It is armored assault tactics, which gives him radiance, of course giving an idea there of what Findeed is up to. T-35s, and of course Sturmovik attacks, heavy tanks, the IS-2, then of course some vehicle crew repairs as well. So additional pioneer squad here, no take-up, is going to back take from the infantry company, or what is Findeed here planning? Could Findeed be planning? Ego comes under fire, bit sort of maybe sting a bit out there, but then again, there you go, suppressed. Comes in versus assault grenadiers, and then forcing up support. No. So again, right now Findeed's actually in a bit of an awkward position. He can't really easily get to the fuel point. He's not really making a detour then towards the other fuel point. He's still intent on here. So basically, he's allowing his Tume to gain a few resources over him, so that a resource advantage. So that's a bit problematic there for Findeed and advantageous for Tume if he then actually understands to make good use of the fuel advantage he's currently got. And also note Molotovs up here, which is quite nice versus the MD-42, so we can flank them, or if they take up position in houses. Take up here for Findeed, so he's basically playing a tier 2 rush using a mechanized assault. Rarer, but not impossible. Not impossible. So, nice move there by Findeed. Certainly one way of doing it. And there you go, MP45 there versus the conscripts. The MP40A, quite popular and effective German submachine gun. In fact, a lot of the other armies tried in one way or the other to copy it, simply because it was so effective. Again, it was cheap, easy to make, and easy to maintain. The Sten gun, for example, was a British attempt at making it, which in some cases actually was preferred by German infantrymen because the magazine sticking out to the side. But yeah, no fun fact there. Was one of many German submachine guns Germany used. There are also some earlier versions, including one that was made in Denmark, the MP34, which actually saw some use, I think primarily by the Waffen-SS in the early war, since in the early war the Waffen-SS was generally actually undersupplied compared to the Wehrmacht, which really didn't want to give them their precious supply. So basically the Waffen-SS in the early stages of the war had to make do with weapons from captured nations, like Czechoslovakian guns, Danish guns, French guns, you name it. Concept playing up there, we got here Findeed in a bit of awkward position. Assault is working reinforcing. Again, he hasn't really been able to leverage them well, in part because he hasn't really tried to sprint with them. But we got a second assault gun squad out here for Findeed. MD-42 engaged by conscript here from inside the house. Losses there piling up. And overall, just Tume sort of getting most of the map. And there you go, Findeed's finally moving over. Again, a bit sluggish sort of moving towards that. I think by Findeed, not the most efficient player. Again, he's really sort of given Tume here, chance of getting back in the game, and Tume on the hand, of course, also getting prepared. He's got Molotovs, he's got anti-tank grenades, sort of pelt his opponent with, and interesting enough, Findeed is yet to build up. I'd like to make a nice company. But there you go, double assault grenades, but he's trying to engage at range, which is, again, it's not particularly where they're good.
We are losing
Unfortunately, up there we go, engaging here, concentrating from, well, the wrecked side there of the house. Grenade assault going off there, a lot of grenades off, there we go. Wiping the entire country squad. Tume clearly wasn't paying attention. It was either that or really slow. By the way, that was, I think, a pretty decent win there for Findeed, and there we go, Country being run off in a huge storm of bullets. Almost got the fuel point in the east, but Country was already there trying to disrupt Findeed. Moves. Back here, we got support coming. We got a maximum on the way there for Tume, so he has to take them. There go Country with assault grenades again. No sprint, but in this case, it does work out. The Country was basically beat a very brave retreat there for the motherland. But they're on the way, comrades. We're on the way to fight another day. Hopefully not here, though. So points have been grabbed. Like to make a nice company halfway down there for Findeed. Also, generally, MP40s would only be handed out to squad leaders and sergeants, officers, and the likes that way. Not so much entire units, unless there's sort of a special case that I need for it, I believe. Also, some cases where there's a person heavily equipped with assault rifles but couldn't get that, so instead they get MP40s. That was somewhat happened with some Fultz grenadiers, but overall, MP40s were sort of reserved for just fewer members of a unit. No fun fact there. 250 on half on the way there for Findeed. He could use it for reinforcing, or for that matter, shifting about his assault grenadiers. 2 assault grenadiers popping out as half track. That could, of course, allow him to quickly get a lot of firepower close to the enemy. As for it happening, not so likely. I mean, if you sort of consider how most Wehrmacht players use this, it's just going to be a flame for a half track, which isn't going to be a bad choice either. Before to the bit of trouble, we got Flammen there for Puny moving up to deal with the 2 missed conscripts who are standing out in the open. MG42 they're running, and there you go. Middler shoots and Panzerwagen on the way. Advancing down the dirt road there. Back here, assault grenadiers reinforcing. Country slowly being bled out, and there you go. Punch with the Flammen there, and there you go. Scorching away the conscripts. Pushing them away. Country there grabbing territory. Fuel point there seized. Mortar out here for Tume, providing a bit of artillery support there versus Findeed, who's reinforcing his pioneers even as he's upgrading the flame for a half track. Assault goes there pushed back by the Maxim. Over again, Tume's got a lot more fuel here than Findeed, but again he doesn't seem to be particularly leveraging it very well at the moment. Flame for half track almost done there. Flame projectors almost ready, and there we go. 2 big flamethrowers burning at the conscripts, almost wiping out the entire squad. There we go. That's a pretty good inauguration there of the flame for a half track. Usually part of the headquarters company or regiment battalion. Can't quite remember. That'll be Panzer Grenadier Battalion, I believe. Was it the regiment? Not just actually the regimental unit that then had a few of those sort of attached to it. Little fun fact, they usually have platoon of them. If I'm not entirely mistaken, can't quite remember those headquarters levels organisations, but usually a lot of sort of smaller specialist units were sort of attached there to the headquarters to be handed out wherever needed. Little fun fact there. Constantly hot suppressed by an MG42 and MG42 here, but at the same time got to be careful of the mortar. Though he's not laying down the smoke screen, which could have been helpful. Although we've got a Pack 40 out here. Findeed obviously aware of the fuel situation and getting an anti-tank gun out to sort of try and stall up the Russian armour in case it happens. Anti-tank ray goes off there on the 250 on half track. Because they're being suppressed back at base. We do have no tech up there for Tume though. Again, a bit of missed opportunity. Of course, he could be planning to rush straight for tier 4. But not tier 4, tier 3. The Russians don't really have what you call a tier 4. Unless you insist every one of these, except, you know, these two are on the same tier. Which means, again, this is basically tier 2, then it's tier 3.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
So, you know, that one's pretty much available right from the start. Hard to call that a separate tier. More like, again, the German infantry company is not a separate tier either, but just tier 1. Mortar down to 5, we got the flame for half-track moving as well here, burning away the Russian crew in a few moments. Maxims running as well, and there we go, half-track in the way of that. Pouring hot death upon them. And yeah, that's not working out particularly because it's flung away. Get out of my way, fascist! 9. I want to smell you burn.
Enemy
Really,
forces
Jürgen?
are securing our
Not
territory.
really. I just want to make him feel sad as he dies. Otherwise, I really can't stand the smell of burning Russian. Despite what some say, it does not smell like pork, unless pork's really marinated in vodka with sadness. Pioneers, they're reinforcing here. Assault guns versus conscripts. He's not really, I think, getting a lot out of those assault guns. He's not really, you know, sprinting with them, which again is what you want to try and do there. Max Pistol here. Got a large force up, including the system field grenade for Tume. We should defend the left flank a bit there. Finally get something that looks like movement here. He's actually laid under the Telemann there. Interesting positioning by Tume. Not Tume, but Findeed, obviously. If Tume could lay down Telemines, I'd say there's some bigger problems there. He's close to losing the flamethrower after hitting the field gun. Looks like he managed to escape here, just barely. Need to get the MD4 out the forehand, so in ration hands. And here, still no tag up. We've got another maximum there for Tume to replace the one secured by the fascists. Now up here, it's reinforcing going on. Pack 40 there firing a few shots. MD4 to up the centre. We've got soldiers listening up behind to go for the car point. But yeah, definitely think you do a bit more with those assault grenadiers. Again, sprint is sort of the key to using them. Sprint. So they can get close fast, and then of course deliver a lot of hot death up close. Fixing up the flame for a half check there. Cut off secured, or victory point secured, going for the eastern one here as well. Want to grab a fuel point again. Findeed is really behind Tume here, was trying also then teched up. In fact, he would even try and push for the next here already. But that of course would delay medium armor and might give a chance there for Findeed to moistly go for medium armor himself. A small chance, though, but still a chance that does exist. Definitely wants. Oh, he sprinted them backwards, but not towards the enemy. Pioneers bringing up the trigger points. Bunch of being suppressed here by the Maxim in the west. Pioneers sneaking about. Medic bunker up there. No tech for Findeed, just that one pack 40 at the moment. No Panzer Grenadier either, which could help him. There you go. In fact, he is going straight for the 30 here. The mechanized armor company out there for Tume. Which means he can actually pretty quickly go for some medium armor, and he's not going to be that far off from getting in a T-34 and 6 hit versus Findeed. And again, all Findeed has got is pack 40 and a Telemine rather far away from each other. Not the most effective anti-tank defense, to put it mildly. Although we can see that Findeed, obviously aware of the situation, actually laying down more Telemine sensors to catch up and trip up any enemy armor. Mechanized armor company almost done, and there we go. T-34 and 6 almost ready there for Tume. Medic bunker slowly upgrading there. Fuel pump being secured by a few plucky assault grenadiers. And there we go, some Panzer Grenadier here for Findeed. Sturmgewehrs. Faith in Nancy. Engineers control up the eastern side, and there you go, T-34 approaching here for Tume and the 12th Tank Corps. Constantly suppressed by the MD-42, or at least attempted suppressed here by the MD-42. In the west, another suppression burst here. Panzer Grenadier halfway done. Findeed, though, might want to consider taking up by now. And here, Pioneers a lot of trouble with engineers and conscripts, but we can see that sort of Tume is sort of beginning to sort of get perhaps a bit to sort of focus here on certain elements of Findeed's forces losing sight of the map here and any ability to flank. But there you go, Panzer Grenadier.
Enemy forces are
Running there with assault
securing
rifles
our
in hand and bundle grenades tucked away somewhere. Where do you hide all of these bundle grenades, Jürgen? You don't want to know, Dieter. You don't want to know. T-34 and 6 arriving for Tume. Medium tank there. Also, a fun fact about T-34s, but depending on where they were made, which factory, there used to be some different, well, how should we say, idiosyncrasies from, you know, different tanks, meaning, you know, you can't just sort of say, you know, well, these are all from this period. It's more like, you know, certain factories made the T-34-76 like that, other factories, you know, made it like, you know, some other way. I don't really know the specific differences, but I do know, again, that way there were certain differences between the T-34s and 6s, depending on the factory that made them. It's one of those details that doesn't necessarily get a lot of talk about. But here we go, T-Fed watching to the east. Oh dear, there's a telemine in the way, unless it sets it off by accident by shooting. No, it doesn't, and hits a telemine. Almost gets the flame for half to play. Go heavy damage. Maximum though, wiped here, I think, by the telemine. Actually on retreat. Crate shattered. Nein, mein Schnaps. You verdammte Russen, take that. Ah, scheiße, sie drove away. Quickly, Jürgen, push harder. Yeah, that was some heavy damage there. He could try and pop self-repair, but he definitely wants to get somewhere safe. He might want to lay down a smoke screen to cover the retreat here. But he isn't. Oh dear, he's not expecting Findeed to go in for the pack with the pack 40 there. He's not expecting the bloodlust of Findeed, the blitzkrieg spirit. There you go, he's going to spot it soon. There you go. Good hit there. Panzer going to give us got a conscript field gun nearby. We got a soldier's men for the other side. There you go. T-34, kaput, MG42 setting up there.
We are suffering vehicle losses.
A lot of fire. The Panzers need to go away before they find this little readout into team for them. And there you go. Soldiers flanking up behind you. The engineers closing in on their T2. MG40s tearing through the assault engineers there. Teaching the true meaning of assault. Conscript up to the centre here. No MG really set up to cover their flame for after. We got the pioneers moving down. Tank up finally going on there for Findeed. The presence of the Russian tank there, perhaps spurring him on to maybe get some armour up instead of just relying on Collins. In theory, at the moment, there's an opening here for the Stu. Needs to pressure his opponent a bit, but obviously going here for a Panther 4 would longer term, I think, be a bit better solution. In particular, if Tume brings up more armour, which he easily can. So, I mean, a Panther 4 that would not be a bad idea at all there for Findeed to get out, or at least a Stunkeschutz. Right now, Tume's a bit on the back foot here again. He's sort of got a bit too over-focused, sort of lost sight of their flanking parts and lights, and that has rather allowed Findeed to establish a more solid front. And, of course, burn a lot of Russians. Back here, troops healing, reinforcing, medics hard at work and patching up German soldiers. Back at the Soviet base, medics are hard at work pouring out vodka. If you can't feel the wounds, then there are no wounds. It's the possible motto, but they are most likely just making it up. Anyways, bun grenades off there against the conscripts, and oh! Nicely timed there. That was a really good thrown bun grenade there. He was actually expecting his opponent to retreat there and then almost wiped. Oh, he actually got it wiped there. Ludwig got the last bastard there. Nice shooting, Ludwig. Duncan. Fun needs to be suppressed by the Maxim. Flamethrower after covering up these there. Overall, Findeed is now the one building it with the fuel advantage there over Tume. I think at this point he's playing for the T-3045. Not a bad idea at all. Not a bad idea at all. Has a bit more punch, obviously. A bit more survivability. And that's longer term, a bit more impact on the battlefield. Findeed, they're building up the support Macot, except he hasn't finished it. Findeed.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Never fun when that happens. So Assault goes in into a retreat, though they are now Veteran 2. They do gain a bit more burst there, Veteran 2. Flamethrower protecting up there, rushing a Maxim. Going to tank weapons nearby, still a bit of time off there from the T-3045. Oh, there we go. Fielder gets a nice hit there. On the Flamethrower half track. Almost lighting it up. More pressure now to the east. Good work there. And there we go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 for Findeed and Germany. Back here, healing reinforcement going on there for Tume. Taking time here for the mid-game analysis. In terms of damage, that actually surprisingly close to each other. Findeed does have a small lead here over Tume, but nothing too much. In terms of army value, we can sort of see that Findeed there is a hit there of Tume. So that's not too bad there, resource slot-wise close. In fact, now it's just Tume flown a lot, whereas again we can see for Findeed, Panzer's on the way. Wunderbar. In terms of points, so again, Tume so initially sort of controlled there again, which also explains the high loss to an extent, but now it's sort of more Findeed getting into control of the T-34 gambit. You know, again, the Telemine pretty much sort of wrecked it there. And that rather gave Findeed sort of more chance to get back in control with the Flamethrower half-tick. Since, well, Tume's only got a single field gun. He's not really got a lot of things to sort of catch it up. He hasn't, for example, you know, used the large advantage he had at one point to lay down a lot of mines. Again, in that regard, Tume made a mistake. I mean, you've got a lot of map there. Laying down a lot of mines, for example, is one way to help, you know, maintain that map control. And that's what, again, Tume did. Instead, he ended up floating a lot of munitions, giving Findeed more an easy chance to get back into the game. So that's something that Tume wants to sort of, you know, fix. Oh, we're getting a T-35, might get a bit of breathing space in the Panzer IV. I mean, the T-34 is going to be in a pretty dominant situation. At, you know, not exactly a much higher cost. Generally not fuel-wise, but for Tume, what he wants to do is actually lay down some mines here and there wherever he can. Now, he needs to try and slow down. Findeed to advance, he needs to bleed it out. So flare trip mines, regular mines, whatever you can sort of figure out there, sort of lay down clumps of them here and there, sort of scattered across there, sort of make it hard for Findeed to advance, bleed him out slowly, and perhaps even catch up some armor with that. If we can do that, it's, I think, going to have a much better chance there versus Findeed for starters. Otherwise, he might also want to consider after the T-35 actually go for a special rifle company and then getting out some penal troops, sort of a bit more heavy infantry in terms of just firepower, sort of versus Findeed. I think that could also be a pretty good choice. Otherwise, maybe another Maxim or a mortar more, maybe another field gun. I mean, a few options that we'll consider there for Tume, and possibly down the road as well a fuel cache to maybe sort of save up in the longer run for an IS-2. As for Findeed, more Panzer Grenadiers would not be a bad choice overall, I think, but otherwise, you know, Panzer IV, maybe a Stug to support it, versus any T-35s that's going to hit there. That would definitely, I think, be a pretty good idea there for Findeed, and down the road, he could, in theory, then go for a Tiger. Otherwise, Findeed would also want to lay down some more mines there versus Tume, I believe. But beyond that, not too much to say there. Bit of a rough start, but Findeed is now getting into the swing of things there versus Tume. Assault Grenadiers, Pioneers versus Conscript Squad out in the open. In the south here, MG-40-25 from the field gun. Panzer IV halfway done. There we go, Conscript being cut down out in the open here. Engineers down now, negative cover. Quickly suffering losses, huge spouts of steam there as the flamethrower hits into the water where they're standing. So either they burn alive or they boil alive, neither way sounding really fun.
Panzer IV is ready for battle.
But there you go, Panzer IV here for Findeed, Panzerkampfwagen 4. On the other hand, Tume is very close to being able to call in the T-3045. Maxim to the rescue there, who's, I think, trying to set up some deeper flank, basically sort of trying to cut off the retreat path of the conscript, so when he tried to retreat, then the Panzer gunners would be in the way there. So, good job there by Tume's Maxim there to protect the cut-off path there for the conscripts. Retreat path. Still holding a strong hand in the west, T-34 on the way, and there you go, Panzer IV moving in. Field gun gets a good hit on the Panzer IV, but Maxim a bit of trouble there with the armoured Panzerkampfwagen, and there we go, we got to strike on the field gun as well, showing it has to get out of the way. At the same time, we got Sodair support in here versus Findeed's forces in the west. There you go, I2 still make firing, getting up some good damage there versus the M42. Flamethrower from in, there you go, field gun white, but we are seeing some hits there on the Panzer IV, taking it down to roughly half health there. A bit reckless by Findeed, a bit reckless. T-35 there almost done. And there we go, wrecking the field gun to ensure that Tume has no easy access to tank weapons, because he probably doesn't think he can grab it himself, but doesn't want to grab it. I mean, that's also a possibility there. Now the airstrike here, there we go. Assault is getting suppressed and murdered there, almost right, in fact. Country Charting Forge trying to get an anti-tank grenade off here, but instead they're just suffering extremely high casualties there. Entire unit wiped. Tume there pushing his luck a bit beyond what he could bear, and there we go, T-35 arriving, there we go, good hit there with its 85mm gun on the flame for a half track. Oh, he twitched out towards the Panzer IV. Main gun destroyed there, no anti-tank weapon, no support. That Panzer IV very likely is going to go up in flames here, there we go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 kaput, flame for a half track though, takes this opportunity to get the hell out of there before the T-3045 returns to finish off the job. Also seems like Petrov got stuck in it. Help! I accidentally sit pans wrong way. I'm stuck. Help! Help! It hurts. Although it feels slightly erotic. Help! I'll stop with that one now. Assault unit versus eventually 2 Panzer Grenadiers. In the west, Maxim is securing the fuel point. It looks like Petrov got off. And not in that way. More country there for Tume, grabbing the point here. Another Panzer IV on the way there for Findeed and the 5th SS. T-35 moving up there, opening up against the Panzer Grenadier. Panthers moving up there as well. Here in the west, Maxim has secured mortar as well. Has really done a lot with that mortar. He probably could have used it a bit more, I think, sharply versus Findeed. Just lost one assault gun in his squad there. He might want to consider replacing them with Panzer gun here. But Tume is sort of now with the T-35 there and the distraction of the Panda 4 sort of swinging back in control again once more. Though he still has to deal with that flame for a half track, which is still, I think, paying off quite nicely and quite sharply there for Findeed. Second Panther for their round, of course, Tume knows at once thanks to radio intercepts. There's no surprise there. Another Maxim wiped here. T-35 they're trying to save the day there. Can it pull it off? Doesn't look like it. Heinz pulls over there. In the centre here, Counters versus Pioneers. Pack 40 moving up there to deal with it. More talking about there. Maxim on the way there to replace the one lost again. So once more, Findeed is up to 3 machine guns. You also got a Telemann there. It's actually laid down the Telemann's all over the place. Again, he's done a bit better job. They're sort of trying to maintain map control, at least make it harder there for Tume to roll through with armor compared to what the Tume did when he had the map control there. Panzer good to the Panzer 4 versus Country Squad, sending that running. Hot German lead. There we go, running against the flame for a half attack, but straight into it as well, into the fires. Perhaps not the brightest of ideas there. Continue straight into the MB42 and a Panther 4. Max is supporting T-35 hanging back the field gun away there for Tume. Really determined here and really taking heavy casualties in the process. But there you go, damaged engine. Finally. We might have lost half the unit, but we sure showed them. Yes. What did we show them? We are not afraid of death. Modified there in the MB42. Panther 4 playing against the Maxim. T-35 they're firing away. They're closing in on Venture 2-1. T-35 for their firing away. Field gun moving up.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory. Yes, comrade.
But Findeed seems to swing back and control. Sadly, Tume was not able to leverage his T-35 there very well, I think, versus Findeed. Possibly due to a bit of lack of infantry at the time there, though he can soon bring up another T-35, in which case he can swing in with a larger arm advantage. For Findeed, I think at this point he should consider getting another Stug. Actually getting a Stug, not a one since he never had one, but a Stug T with his high rate of fine penetration to help deal with the T-35 rather than just relying on the Panther Force. Because that's a game that could very easily end up in favour of Tume. Unless he hits another Telemine. Which is possible, I mean, Findeed has laid down some, though he hasn't laid down a lot.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Another airstrike there. I don't think the positioning there of it is the best, but we'll do something, I imagine. There we go. Assault as they're hit by the IL-2's cannons. T-35 they're moving up the west side. Field moving up there. He's quickly seizing as much as he can versus Findeed. Max they're firing at the Russian positions. Max are firing back there at them. We got the flame after moving up. They're burning with the Maxim crew. 30 kills in the east there. We got assault constantly pushed back here by MB42 and Pioneers. T-35 they hit a Telemann, but in this case it looks like he does not have the ability to immediately punish it. So that's a small relief there for Tume. Who needs to get, I think, behind it. Just begin self-repair alongside the there. Go counter engagement with the Panther 4. Pack 40 moving up. Oh, he's going for the T-34-76. He's not going for T-35 despite having the resources for it. I wonder what's the cause of that there for Tume, because, I mean, why go for T-34-76 when you can go for the 85? In fact, he's closing in the point there. We could actually call up an IS-2, which might actually just give him a hand up. Though of course it would be a bit of a tempo loss there, but still, I don't think the T-34-76 is the right choice. I think the 85 is the better one. But at this point it's too late there. It's ready. Pascal's running straight to the T-35 there. Keep careful, there you go, lost up, there you go, Pack 40 firing away. And there you go, bun grenade off of the engineers and mortar, wiping the engineers. Panther 4 moving in there, up there. Field gun sending up, C-34-76 moving in as well here. Panther 4, they take heavy damage from the Russian tanks and the attack tank weapons. Max Mix press in the east, we got country hold up with the MD-42. Veteran 3 by the way, 50 kills. And Flame for a half track rolling ahead. Burning up those Russians. Like they're matchsticks. So T-35 there, veterans who won 3 kills for the motherland. 1 vehicle kill. You might want to use self-repair there to at least speed up the repairs on one of them, since he does have the munitions. In the meanwhile, Findeed bringing up more tanks.
Engineers ready for assignment.
More Panzer 4. Viewpoint's been grabbed. Overall, Findeed, I think, is in a pretty solid position there. He's got a lot of the points locked down. He's got armour. It's also, of course, laid down. An increasingly large amount of telemines here and there again, which makes it harder for Tume to use his armour aggressively and again force him to play a bit more cautiously, which again gives Findeed more time to then respond. And that's good there for Findeed. Very good there, and sort of highlights, I think, one of the differences between the two players. Again, while one has an advantage, he actually lays down mines, while the other one didn't. There goes second pad for the right team, T-34 engaging the MD-42 up close and viciously. T-34 then moving up the eastern side, engineer, or Max from there, present the MD-42, T-34 opens up there. Mortar fire, and after he's in, Panther 4 moving in slowly, but then decides not to because it's not been fixed up. Close there to calling the T-34 again. He could try and wait for the IS-2. I mean, with 2 tanks out, it wouldn't be a half bad decision. I'd still describe it as risky, but it wouldn't be a bad one. It wouldn't be a bad one. So he could pull it off there with 2 tanks out in the field if he plays his cards correctly. But of course, he could also just try and go for another T-35 or maybe an S-35. So I mean, he's got some options here. Tume, he's got some options. The question is just what does he choose and how does he then utilise it? But he's certainly struggling a bit more. He's more on the defensive against Findeed and the 5th SS here as they're ramping up the aggression.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
In the west, their assault gun is securing. 12 kill versus the 26 of the Panzer Grenadier. T-35 then moving in. Shot fired. Wrecked a Czech Hedgehog. And there you go, another T-3045 there for Tume. So no attempt at the IS-2, at least not at this point. Indeed, could soon try and go for the Sturmgeschütz. Panther 4 moving up and catching an enemy, and there you go. T-35 engages. Shot though bounces off the Panther 4's frontal armour. Another shot there fired.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Engineers are suffering losses. T-35 they're pulling back. And continue versus assault grenadiers. T-35, number 2 almost done. Air gun moves up mid hit, shoots, then 4 hits, back 40, the Levi support needs to pull back, Kit needs to pull back for repairs.
T-34 standing by.
Again. Still, we're up to 3 tanks now here for Tume versus Findeed's 2 Panzer 4s. Either shall this work out? Will he use self-repair here? What will he do? Close to VT2 and the T-35 gives increased rate of fire and
sector under attack.
better accuracy, or at least better rotation. Pack 40 Panzer 4 there moving up, crushing a Russian corpse there. Oh dear, looks like he's going in the offensive with damaged tanks. Bit risky. I mean, he's going to charge in there. At least what he should do is bring up the mortar and then lay down a smoke screen. Again, smoke screens. It's surprising how few people actually ever consider using a smoke screen before an assault wave. They're going to attack head on across open ground. In the west here, Maxim versus Maxim. Comes to the jump, you've got the mortar, they're firing, you've got regular barrages. Flamecraft still about there, 34 kills. 11 kills there on the Panzer 4, other Panzer all being fixed up. T-35's there not being fixed up. Again, no attempt for example using self-repair to at least speed up the process. Bit of movement here trying to defend a few from there with the T-35 and avoiding the Pack 40 that's been shooting at it. Pulling back again. Still on the self-repair. And there goes Assault Gunneries charging forwards. Fury in the heart, and there you go, quickly cutting down one member and leaving the others in quite deplorable condition. 100 points left here for Tume. Again, he was going to charge here, lay down a smoke screen with the mortar, obscuring the Pack 40's range. The Panzer Force were allowing the T-34 to close the gap, get past them, shoot down the bits there, and then sort of maybe win the war. As for Findeed, seems like he's now saving up for a tie gun again, considering the resources. And the Panzers got on the field. At this point, that's not a bad idea. It's not one that's going to be hurting him.
You are showing weakness. We are down to 75 points.
Panzer 4 versus conscripts. Any more telemines being laid down here? No, it does not look like it. Though again, more telemines, so I think would be a good choice there for Findeed. In the centre, slightly turn of pushing through that mortar, hanging back his supporting, like to retreating. Conscript taking heavy damage. I think he's doing some light reconnaissance, but the conscript trying to suss out Findeed's position before attacking. But still, smoke screen would be great. Very great, therefore. Tume maybe he's going to make, the head-on Soviet armoured assault here. But no, that's not happening. No looks of it, he's just turning in his first to scout out for telemines. Problem is, that only works for a small part of the way there, since, they can't keep up. Pack through their suffering loss, but there you go. 32-1 T-35 going after the Panther 4 here. No troop that can actually take it because there's MD-42s covering, meaning right here we sort of get the classic Ostwand situation where the infantry meant to get pace here with the tanks can't because they're separated. There you go, Panther 4 taking trouble. We've got T-35 running back to leave us some pioneers. Almost got one Panther 4, there we go. Panther 4 dead. Just running about here a bit crazy, there we go. Panther 4 was knocked out here by the T-34s. Almost. I won't pull back for repairs. There you go. He actually suffered surprisingly little damage and certainly no casualties. There's tanks. Defending going to the victory point, so we're going to Tiger out here. Oh, Pack 40 shoots though. Did not deal with the anti-tank guns at all. There you go, Tiger moving down. Pioneers out in the open, T-34 moving in there. 42 points left. Can Tume pull this off? Can he pull it off, or will it be not enough? Too late, too little. We still got the Pack 40 here. There you go. Oh dear, terrorist drive straight in front of it. Loses the main gun in his most veteran T-34. Oh, and there you go, he rams into the Tiger, damaging the engine. T-34s and 6 not allowed to shoot in. Here's some shooting at the Pack 40, allowing the other T-34 to take hits from the Tiger. There you go, flanking the beast. But not enough. Oh, dust, but he's not playing Gart motor. Never mind it. And then another telemine here. Another telemine. Fourth indeed, there goes off on Tume. And lastly, all of a sudden, the fight is completely in favour here, Findeed, as the last one blows up. And kaput. And for that, GG, game over. Victory for Findeed. Tume starting out great, but again, as many aggressive players tend to find out, if they then don't prepare the battlefield for when they might actually then get pushed back, the enemy can then very easily take it back and sort of then build up an advantage. In this case, Findeed did not make the same mistake Tume did. He laid down plenty of mines, meaning when Tume then rushed in with his armour, he encountered quite a few problems. Plus, he could have used some smoke on his mortar as well. I mean, really, smoke is a great thing. Compare that also throwing he was getting less and less good at actually flanking Findeed, more direct engagements, and he was all just sort of slowly bleeding out there. Compared to Findeed, who again could have gone for some Stoogs there. But overall, I think Findeed, they played a well game though. Again, if you're going to use assault gun, remember to use sprint to get close with them. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. learned something from it. And if you did, subscribe, like, share, and of course comment on it. This is Imperial Link. Cheers. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye.